Dragon Lee is reportedly very happy in WWE. So there you go. Everyone talking about like, oh, where's Dragon Lee? He had a kid and he's very happy. So listen to this headline. There has reportedly been people outside of WWE claiming that Matt Cardona is planned to appear at the Rumble. And it's like, what does that even mean? Headlines, man. Here's BJ Bethel. Okay, this is Tony Khan's friend. And according to the amended complaint, so Janel Grant had an amended complaint or whatever. I'm so bad at the legal jargon stuff. But there was like a secret door in an office that could be accessed by John Laurinaitis. The office shared a wall with Paul Levesque, Nick Khan, and Brad Bloom were involved in planning the office build and all that. So I don't know, man. This is psychotic. This is Tony Khan's friend. And I mean, this guy can't, I quote tweeted this. I was like, bro, can't even read a ratings chart. But he's got the schematics like he's, Mission Impossible.
Architect.
Yeah, what's the guy's name in Mission Impossible? Ethan Hunt or whatever. Yeah, he's like got it all laid out and like renovations couldn't be made. Vince couldn't have had someone attach a door like, oh, Paul Levesque has something to do with it. They're just this guy's so mad at WWE now. We're just trying to name people who aren't named. And I hope idiots like this get sued. That's what I hope. What are your guys' thoughts on this, though? I guess Brock Lesnar being flat out named in this Janel Grant thing now.
I mean, his name was kind of circulating for a while, but now that they've actually physically attached to it, they must have some kind of evidence or, more information than that we're not beholden to, that they feel safe enough to include him directly into this.
Yeah.
The stories were that, she was used as a bargaining chip to try and get Brock Lesnar to sign, but I really don't know. I really don't know what the depth of this goes, because we still don't even know the entirety of the case. It hasn't really come out yet. And I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about this, because I mean, it's absolutely disgusting if true, that Brock Lesnar would be involved in that. But everything has been kind of held back and we don't know what's going on. We know Vince is kind of a scumbag. We know that Johnny Ace is kind of a scumbag.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar being thrown out here, though, it's like, in what context? It's not even as if they really clarified, how he's involved in this. So
right. Well, it's apparently like texts where and here's the thing. I'm not saying this makes it any better, but I could totally see Vince as the kind of guy, yeah, and I'll throw this bitch in too, pal.
Right.
But as like a joke, but that's not a joke. It's not like I'm trying to say, no, it's just a joke, guys. It's all good. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is like, I could totally see Vince being that type of dude to be like, yeah, and I'll throw her in, just thinking he can joke with Brock. And then he jokes back. I don't think Brock Lesnar needs, I don't think like throwing like Vince's sex toy or whatever at him enticing to Brock. He could get any woman he realistically wants based off of like his money, and if he really wanted to creep off, he could go, he could really realistically tell his wife he's got some business and go do something. It wouldn't, I feel like this is more Vince's just him being reckless and it's just spilling onto other people, but also no pun intended.
I know.
But yeah, it just sucks, man. It just sucks. But if he was, I mean, don't joke. If someone joked to me about it like that, I'd be a little uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So, and I would let that be known. But maybe he just thought, oh, whatever, it's Vince. I don't know. But yeah, it is disgusting if true, like you said. And then this guy's got the schematics. Jake, what do you think of the blueprint and the trap doors? It's a clue. It was the candlestick in the library.
Yeah, probably was Vince McMahon with the candlestick in the conservatory, though.
Huh.
It fits right up my ass.
Yeah,
wow.
He's set up for that one. But yeah, I mean, this story. I saw what was it Rod was posting about that. Like, you don't really know what Brock was. Like, we're hearing what like secondhand from Janelle's lawyers and from what Vince has said. So yeah, there's a lot going on here that I just don't. I'm kind of with Mish. I don't know how to feel about it. Just icky.
Yeah, it's just it's a little bit sloppy right now. It's like when this first was presented, it was just a complete nuke that dropped on the entire wrestling community. But now that it's been given time, there's different kind of analysts that have talked about it, lawyers that have discussed it. Even one of our friends, Jeff Littman, regularly talks about the Janel Grant case and breaks it down for everybody on Body Slam Briefs. But for the most part, I still feel like until this actually gets front and center in front of a court and we start actually putting up more information, we really won't know. We really won't know what's true, what's hearsay, what's been blown out of proportion, and unfortunately what really is actual fact.
Let's continue with some headlines here. Booker T says he didn't like Corey Graves' commentary posts. We're not cool. We're not cool at all, dog. Here's the thing. Booker T also said him and CM Punk got in a fight at NXT backstage, and I think he's just trolling and working people up. I think everything's cool with Graves, in my opinion. Mish, what's your opinion on the whole Graves situation?
When that thing first broke down between Booker and Corey way back in the day, I was kind of thrown back because you don't really expect announcers to kind of go at it. But then you realize it's Corey and Booker, and even if there was some kind of a heated exchange, it was solved really fast and played up for the internet. So it's been years at this point. I'm just going to assume that Booker's just playing it up for the cameras at this point.
Booker's a constant worker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's real profesh too.
Yeah.
So him saying we're not cool at all, it's like, I don't know. I think that they're man enough to just both look each other in the face and deal with it. And UFC ad running. Oh, there was some UFC re-ad season type going on. So everyone in the chat, let's get a yee in the chat. So here's Rhea Ripley and Bayley doing it.
We got exact same thing. Did she actually?
And Tyler Breeze, everyone's like, oh, he does work for W. Yeah, he has. Oh my God, the phantom bookmarks. But yeah, so Bayley does it too. But yeah, he works in NXT and he's been working with WWE for a long time. That's not like a super new thing. He's that's why he's included in the games, even though we haven't seen him in the company in how long, He's just a dude who's been there. They can send guys. He's like, you all remember when WWE worked with Brian Kendrick, and I think they still do, but they send wrestlers to like secretly train with him and his, that's what Tyler Breeze
Eva
does.
Marie.
Yes, he just secretly trains people low key. Sorry, Mish, what were you going to say?
No. I was actually just piggybacking off of some of the people that he trained. But yeah, Eva Marie was one of the big ones that everybody found out about. That when she made her return, apparently she was training with Brian Kendrick, but she still ended up being a bust. But still, he was there.
Yeah. So Brock Lesnar is now officially named in Janel Grant's amended. We covered that. So here's Stephanie McMahon on Triple H's reaction when she tells him she's proud of him and WWE. What time are we at here? Yeah. So let's check out what Stephanie had to say on Pat McAfee's show. Well, here, I'll just read it quick. She says, when I talk to him and say how proud, I will play some clips, but this one's like, whatever. I'm not going to play the 2 minutes. She says, when I talk to him and say how proud I am of him, he always talks about everybody else because it's about the team. It's about everybody who brings it together. Yeah. So Triple H, not a guy who takes like compliments well and stuff like that. Not that he doesn't take them well to where it's toxic, but he just is like, other people, and I can sort of relate to that. I think a lot of men can relate to that. But anyways, Maria Kanellis has teased potentially joining the WWE Women's United States Champion. So what do you make of basically Maria Kanellis said, yo, this is my last day with AEW. Who needs all inquiries? Like, I need a job. I have a family. My husband's still there. She's been sort of boo-booing on AEW for a while. Now she's like, hey, I'll come back to WWE. I've always said, yeah, put her in the games and sign her to a Legends deal. Like, she's a diva legend, I guess. In that era, she was a popular standout-ish for the time. So I'm cool if she joins Chelsea. I don't know if this is like something WWE's even interested in. I'm not saying bring her in, but like as a full-time anything. But, they had Victoria in the crowd the other week. Maria Kanellis could do that. Just keep her on the radar. She's done a lot for women's wrestling as far as like in Ring of Honor. She really pushed for that. We need women of honor and all, some people are like, that are resistant to sort of her, whatever. I'm sure you're all familiar with what I'm talking about. That was a while back. Anyways, she seems sort of upset, but also like, no, I'm ready to get back to work and like WWE, what's up? Let's do it. And people are like, oh, do you think Maria will be in the Rumble? But that's too no, fuck
she
no.
She did post a picture of her entering the Rumble from like 2019, though. She posted that. Like,
I know, but Doug, she's trying to generate hype. I'm telling you, because there's no way they last minute are like Maria when they already think about all the women. We're already expecting TNA knockouts and Legends. WWE legends. It's not going to be Maria. I'm sorry, and if she does, okay, I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know. What do you make, Mish? What do you make of this whole like sort of meltdown on Twitter thing? It's not a melty, but for a while she's been like more and more this place, and now she's like, I have a family, we have kids, and my husband's there and I'm not. And hey, WWE, what's up? What do you make of all that?
She wears whatever hat gets her paid, dude. She's quid pro quo. If it was the other way around and she was just running out of her WWE contract, she would be talking about how great AEW is. This chick's just working, everybody. She wants a gig. She wants to stay relevant in the business. That's fine. That's the name of the game. But as far as am I looking forward to seeing Maria back in WWE, could care less.
Yeah,
Care less.
Yeah. Speaking of great, here's Penta, who's just a mainstream superstar. And he is, bro. This guy's getting. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm always like Rey Fenix, the next Rey Mysterio. I'm telling you, bro, Penta could take off way bigger than. Like, I got it mixed up, man. I think Penta's that dude. And I was always like, if you got Penta earlier in his career. But what I honestly think, if you just go watch Penta's last little, however handful of matches, the last couple years in AEW, and I'm not on him, I think he was just phoning it in there, man. I'm telling you, because I thought he lost a skip to a step. I was like, man, all these bumps and crazy matches he's had, it must have taken a bit away. You're watching him in WWE. He's in the best shape. He looks so great. His promos are amazing. He's fired up, and his matches are amazing. I don't know. I'm all about it. They could have definitely. I mean, here, we'll just watch this. Like, here's him helping like a war vet here. We had him helping sick kids and visiting them. You know, he's just a stand-up dude, and I'm not saying like this guy over here is not a stand-up dude or whatever, but I don't know, man. It relates to adults, to kids, everything.
WWE is such a different environment. I mean, just based upon not even just what the fans say from seeing AEW, but even the wrestlers that leave and come over to WWE or just go indie, like just the environment difference between WWE and AEW is night and day. He has got to be absolutely ecstatic to be in a company that not only cares about him, but runs things professionally. Yeah. Like literally professionally. It has to be a completely just a giant
a whole new world. Yeah, exactly. Don't you dare close your eyes. Right? A new fantastic point of view. You know what I'm saying though? Like he's on a
probably does have Disney birds on his shoulder right now. I don't know.
Did you see his interview with Busted Open? I saw that on YouTube today.
Yeah, so I got clips of that, and then here's him.
He looks real happy.
Dominic, and this is brilliant. This is brilliant.
This is great.
Right here.
¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita? ¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita, puto?
And then look, here's what I want to say is brilliant. Look how Dom plays it off, though.
Yeah.
So good. He is so good, man. So good. So his hat gets thrown off, and instead of bending over to pick up his hat, because that's cringe. Someone knocks something off you have to like bend over to get it. That's so cringe. You took the L, bro. Immediately. No, he just looks in the camera and like makes his hair, like pats his hair. Brilliant. Anyways, I know I'm breaking down a little quick thing, but it's those little things that mean so much.
¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita? ¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita, puto?
Book it for Mania. I'm ready.
Yep. Hat versus mask, man.
Homie can't even speak right.
Oh, dude, hair versus mask. Oh, and then Dom gets the mullet shaved.
Yes.
Oh, Mish, we need an air horn chat PWT, dude. That's what it is.
Hey, we swapped my hat.
Wow.
Where's my hat? What do you thought? Que su madre el Penta. La tuya.
¿Qué quieres? ¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita? ¿Quieres que empecemos ahorita?
Oh, so Dom started it. Okay.
Yeah,
of course you did. Come on.
I hadn't seen the first part. I'd only seen them face to face. I'm like, what started that? I knew it was Dom. I just wanted to see it.
An update on Asuka. WWE and TKO are taking action to protect her, and she appreciates it. Round of applause for WWE and TKO as a whole taking care of that. Like, she's being stalked. And I need to switch
I don't know
over
if
to
you knew
Netflix.
this, but our mutual friend Jeff Lippman was actually the one that helped Asuka out with that and introduced her to TKO Securities and a couple other places too that apparently she wasn't aware of. So after talking to Jeff, a lot of this stuff got sorted out. So I kind of have to give him praise for that, because that's a really big deal. Because it was, I mean, I don't know if you read the series of tweets that she had beforehand, but they were kind of nerve wracking. You know, just being
absolutely
just coming forward with how afraid she sounded. It's like, wow, you know, somebody that's this important to the company should probably have a bodyguard or something at this point. But yeah.
And then with what happened with Sonya, everyone's got to have that in the back of their mind.
Oh yeah, the Mandy Sonya stuff. Jeez.
Yes, yeah. It's you felt like that's what she was like thinking of when it was happening. Whatever the situation was, that's got to be in the back of your mind. That's horrifying.
Right.
Let's watch Penta giving huge praise to Chad Gable on Busted Open, because I wanted to get all this Penta stuff off here.
When I hear the 1, 2, 3, I turn around my head to the crowd. I see my daughter crying. I feel so proud about my family because I know my daughter, she won wrestler in the future, right? It's like, in my mind,
his daughter wants to be a wrestler in the future, dog.
Okay.
What he's trying to say. What he is saying, just in English as second language. So.
I did this because this is my dream. My family is here, the big place, California, because California represents something special for me and my career because I started in LA, you know. Thank you, Chad. I say after the...
I truly feel like he was phoning it at an AEW because he was unmotivated. And I truly feel like when we saw him do the triple destroyers with Cassidy, he was like, if I do this, Tony will see, he'll book me more. Because remember, it was like a last minute thing where Penta was just thrown in there with Orange. They do the triple destroyer spot. I swear that's Penta going, look, Tony likes this, you know? So.
My match, thank you, Chad, because
this is what I've been told too, allegedly, and not even really, because I'm not a dirt sheet, so it doesn't matter what I have to say right now, and I don't want to preface that every time, but you got to, because people are dumb. But I talked to some folk, and the way I understand things is like, you in AEW, you're either on a contract or you're doing paid appearance, but you're still on a contract. Like, you can't go work anywhere else, or like you can go do indies. You just can't do WWE or TNA or these other. Right, but you can
get paid at,
but you only get paid per appearance with AEW. So people are going on there, and I'm talking guys you wouldn't even expect. I'm talking, okay, actually are on paid appearance, to where you're trying to like do crazy because you know Tony and Dave Meltzer likes that, and then you'll earn that. Oh, see the Phantom Menace, right? When I start talking about it, man. Here is Pat McAfee forgetting to promote Stephanie McMahon's show on his show. This is a funny little clip.
All right, we got it out.
Yep. Now, boom.
We're no longer on ESPN. So if you want to just drop a bunch of...
So, but we didn't promote the ESPN show.
What are you talking about?
My show.
Oh.
Oh, no. I love how she just laughs at that. And because it's hilarious. It's like, we're no longer on ESPN. Now we're just into like our after show or whatever. And we can say whatever we want. And then she's there to promote the ESPN show on ESPN. And he totally forgets. This is why we love Pat McAfee, dude.
Yeah, the was the best. Just we forgot.
That's part of our problem. We'll continue to get better. We'll continue to evolve.
Wouldn't be us if we did.
Yeah, I mean, yikes. That is 100% on us. With that being said,
I was going to steer it, but then I wasn't.
You should have.
Sure.
You should have. You should have. All right, we got it.
Yo, that's funny.
It's a really good interview if anybody hasn't watched it, and so is the Punk one. I watched it.
But it's great to see them natural like that. You know, they're just interacting like people.
Yeah.
So Big Boom AJ, and they're opening the Topps Chrome cards. It's all the rage now. It's so funny because when I was a kid, it was all about collecting cards and wrestling was cool, and then it was really lame. And now I'm older, and it's like wrestling's cool, and these Topps cards are cool and like that. So it's amazing, and it's mainstream. And he's holding a WWE title. He's holding the Cody Rhodes belt right there. I think they pulled some WWE cards as well. He's holding the WWE title. And then also somebody pulled a clip of Big Boom AJ basically admitting, you know, AEW was just to get our foot in the door. Like, our dream is WWE, which it's not even admitting, because he said that before he ever went to AEW. And when he was negotiating with AEW, even after he started doing work with them, he said, like, I always wanted to do stuff with WWE. I'm not shocked by this because they're fans. And then they deleted this post. They legit deleted this post, so the video's not here. I don't know who has it. It doesn't matter. It's cringe. You can see the WWE title there. I don't know if this is the Rizzler or who's who in this, but all I'm telling
It was
you
the
is this,
card.
man.
It was whoever the card expert was. I watched the video because the guy in the red shirt's like a card expert, so he tells them the value of all the cards.
They deleted it, Jake. So
Yeah.
did Tony Khan make the call?
Is it crazy to think he's appearing in the Rumble?
Who?
Costco, the Boom. We're bringing the Boom to the Rumble.
Is his foot healed yet? He broke his foot.
I think if they give him the call, you want to be in the Royal Rumble, his foot's healed.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
Well, did you see
Tony made the fucking call. He's the best guy. You know he's going to make the call. No, he's not going to make the call, but some obscure staff member is going to make the call that's going to piss you off because you've never talked to them before, and then they're just not going to answer your texts, or so we've heard allegedly. But
that's just one of two yesterday.
Highlights they are.
That's just one of two yesterday. He made Soraya delete her "I love WWE" tweet.
Phil, did you listen to the clip of the Costco guy, like what he was actually saying? Because he just
in the interview that he did, I saw that.
He describes it as like, I told my management my goal is to get to WWE.
Yeah,
and then
I know.
Sanjay Dutt contacts him and says like, WWE, the best that's going to happen is like they'll call you, but I'll bring AEW to you. And he's like, and it cuts off. I wonder if he's under contract and getting paid, which would be so inorganic and such. Because the whole idea is that you have this outside influencer that's promoting your brand. If you're paying them, like, that's not exactly that cool. Anyone
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Sorry, I had to say it. Go ahead.
Yeah. But like,
couldn't help it.
AEW had to get like, and I'm gonna call him this, like a C-list influence guy that does like videos on social media. They had to pay him to come in. It's
he's
more evidence that Tony is a money mark.
Oh, for sure.
Layla L is currently working on a new podcast called Lay Talk. It will center around the Divas era of WWE. She'll be having other women on as guests, etc. You guys. So let's just watch some Pat McAfee, I guess. CM Punk refusing a real American beer, which I wouldn't do, just like I wouldn't refuse a Bud Light when everyone was saying it was gay to drink Bud Light. So we're in a fucking. I just love beer personally. So here we go.
All beer is gay.
But yeah, all beer's gay, dude. Trust me. Get a cocktail, you get a mojito. So O'Shea Jackson Jr. in the crowd with his guy. And so Pat McAfee, though, he's straight edge. CM Punk's straight edge, and everyone's like getting mad at McAfee, and it's like, dude, he's joking.
Ice cold real American beer.
That's right.
I certainly do not.
Wow, that's certainly a bad call.
Who asked me?
That's in the back. That's in the back row back there. Yeah.
I was like, who's the voice of God?
And it wasn't even McAfee who offered it to him. The other guy brought it up.
Yeah.
Why would you ask me that?
Well, because we heard what you said.
They'll wake you up quick.
So it's not the he's straight edge thing that we're gonna offer him a beer. It's just because
we got some weed too, don't we? I mean,
yeah.
Big note of that too.
Wheeler.
You want an ice cold real American beer?
That's right.
That's not. I don't think that's being an asshole. I think it's they have rapport and he's ribbing. Like McAfee and Punk know each other. They're ribbing. He's ribbing them, dude.
They rib each other throughout most of the interview. Talk about how Pat's always late to the show, and he's like, shows Pat's like, I show right up on time because he comes flying in from where he does this.
It's just people being people.
I know. It's so crazy. I called George Vintage, and we're like, yeah, you old bastard. And it's like, he's chill, right? I don't know. You have to learn to be chill, man. You can't. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, see the Phantom Menace, right? When I start talking about it, man. Is it a coincidence? The black helicopter. I'm gay now because I saw a frog, but and I'm drinking beer and I'm drinking American beer.